And action. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Geekheads podcast, where we talk about everything film industry related. Today, we are gonna continue a Star Wars themed week with me ranking all the Star Wars movies from original trilogy to prequels and sequels, spin-offs, and even the Clone Wars movie. And we are gonna put them in order in the tier list from worst to best, or well, from best to worst. However, honestly, the order which we are gonna go through with these movies really makes no sense, but it's alright. Let's start the original trilogy, and let's start with the episode 4, or the Star Wars New Hope, which my father always likes to comment that and remind me every single time that the original name was only just Star Wars, because well, he's a original trilogy fan and probably doesn't like the fact that they changed all the names, but it is what it is. Let's go through the tiers. So I'll go from worst to best. So Padawan, then Knight, Master, Council Member, Grandmaster, and God tier. And so yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5 tier is Grandmaster. That's where I will probably put it.
Okay.
Because it's the reasoning is that it's the original. Of course, it doesn't hold up with everything, but I always like to, because it started the whole thing. Also, I like the pacing of the movie for the most part. Other than the first, 10-15 minutes from the start. But yeah, I mean, it's the original. I understand if some people don't think that's a good reason to rate it a little bit higher, or good, or think it's unfair to rate it with that, or you know what I mean. But I think I always like to give like a little bit more points from being original, because it started the whole thing, and I want to respect that. And also, it's a really hella old movie, so I think it still holds up pretty well, considering it's from year 77, or 1977. So
yeah,
that's my reasoning. Where would you rate it?
It's a tough one. It's a tough one because well, it's a first one, so there's probably going to shifting on the end, or maybe I don't know. But personally, I think it's the worst of the original trilogy movies.
Yeah.
But it's the story and the movie is still kind of solid. So it's, of course, the original Star Wars was meant to be its own single movie. So
yeah.
And it kind of feels like it also.
I'm gonna put it on the 5 for now. I think.
Yeah.
Let's put all the things that if we have like different opinion, and it's like on the half of something.
Okay,
then let's put it on the higher one.
Yeah, put it on the higher one. Okay.
Yeah. And have that. And make that the case for every movie. So then it's fair.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. And if it doesn't work, then
now.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so episode 5.
Episode 5, yeah. I just want to say this is my favorite movie, and I think that's kind of popular opinion. That's a lot of people's favorite Star Wars movie. Like, when it comes to nostalgic value, Prequel Trilogy is something that I've always loved, especially 2 and 3 when I was a kid. Also 1, yeah, but like later on watching these movies, a lot of times I think the pacing and when it comes to like the filmmaking, the acting, a lot of that stuff, I think Empire Strikes Back takes the cake. I think it's the best one. I'll put it on tier 6 probably.
Okay. So you will put it on the highest, okay. So you'll put it on the Grandmaster tier. No, the God. Would you put it in God tier already? Okay.
Yeah. I'll maybe put it on God tier just because it's my favorite.
Yeah, I know a lot. It's a lot of like many people's favorite movie. We have seen it multiple times this year already. Or in the past year we have seen it in concert, and I have seen it on TV once and Disney Plus at least once, and I have seen it in a movie this year. So I have that bragging right of seeing episode 5 in a movie. Of course, it's not the same thing as seeing the original release, but you know, I have seen it in a movie also. So like actual theaters. Episode 5, I feel it's better than episode 4, but I maybe wouldn't put it yet on the on the god tier because it's pretty it's pretty high. Is it possible that we drop episode 4 by 1 rank and put the Empire Strikes Back on the Grandmaster tier? But we can shift them up on back. We can shift them or move them like later.
Yeah, why not? We can. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
That sounds good.
Return of the Jedi, episode 6.
Yeah, this is one that I don't know. Like between this and 4, they're kind of as good to me. Like I don't know which is better for me. Like the thing is that episode 6 is at some points kind of childish, and then I don't like the. Honestly, my opinion, I don't like the Ewoks or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
They were kind of just, merchandise stuff, in my opinion, honestly. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. There's scenes that I really like. The ending is great. There's just some scenes that I don't really like, or that I think is kind of like takes too much time on the movie.
Yeah.
That's the case also in New Hope. So I don't know. I think it's kind of the same as New Hope for me.
I feel it's same level. Like personally, I feel it's same level with episode 5, but I do feel it's better than episode 4 because episode 4 to me is like it's so slow.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, in my opinion, I like the story of 4 more than 6.
Okay.
But then the 6 is kind of at some points maybe the action is a little bit, of course, or the action is better, but also it's a newer one. So I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, there's like 6 years between them, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say either 5 or.
I will put
4.
it on a more higher tier than episode 4, but.
Well, maybe we put it on the Grandmaster then. If you will put it there, I would put it on the 4, so or 5. Or what do you think?
Yeah, let's put it let's put it higher than episode 4, but if episode 4 drops later, I can totally drop it below if episode 4 drops later on the list.
Yeah, okay.
It's kind of hard placing, but yeah. Should we go Spin-Offs or Sequel Trilogy now?
Let's go to the spin-offs. Maybe we can go to the spin-offs.
Okay, let's do prequels last. So
do we start with Solo then, or?
Yeah, okay. Let's start with Solo. Whatever. Solo. Well, personally, I did not like it. It was absolute garbage. Personal opinion. Like the story didn't really go anywhere, and I feel it would have been a lot better if it was made as a series like Mandalorian. If it was made, it has like 4 parts. I think there's the escape from the planet they are in. I don't know. Don't remember the names. That planet, and then there's the
Corellia
Corellia. Yeah. Then there's the military carrier part when he escapes and finds Chewie, and then there's the train heist, and then there's the desert planet stuff. That's 4 different parts of the movie, and they feel to me they feel so separate. Of course, there's some time between, so that's maybe it. But you could have made them as like Mandalorian, maybe 8 episodes, 1 season of the Solo, and you could have filled more of the stuff, and it would have felt more connected because it's like a series, but it feels like a series in a movie, like connected one. So it's pretty weird.
Yeah, I can see that. Personally, I don't think it deserves as much hate as people give it to the movie. I actually personally like this movie, not in a way that it's like super great or something unbelievable, or like when it comes to filmmaking it's something crazy, but I think it's just a fun movie. Yeah, maybe the pacing is weird at some points, but I like a lot of the characters. I like all the lines. I think it's like well acted. It's funny. I think some of the jokes are, in my opinion, they are funny. Much more funny than for example, in the sequel trilogy or even in the prequels. I just like the acting part especially, and I will almost put it on 4, but then again, New Hope is on 4, so maybe 3 because of that.
Because I was first maybe thinking put it on the maybe second one, or the night rank.
Yeah.
On pretty low, or I was thinking at number 1, like pre-recording, should I put it in the lowest tier? But then I was like,
okay,
it's not that bad, but if you're willing to go for number 3, and I'm kind of sticking with my number 2, so I can come up right now with 1, so we can put it on master, the 3rd rank right now. It's a good compromise right now, cause
for now. But yeah, do we go to the next movie?
Yeah, Solo is 1, and we're talking about Rogue One. Yes. Yeah, Rogue One.
A movie that a lot of people will put on a high tier, but for me, I think a lot of people like it because of the ending, and the ending is great, don't get me wrong, but I think the first half of the movie is boring. Also, I think it has the same problem as Solo at the first half, that just jumps everywhere randomly, and it's kind of hard to follow.
Yeah, the start is a bit jumpy, yeah.
Yeah.
But not that much as Solo is. Solo is just...
Yeah, not as much, because Solo is pretty much almost the whole movie. But like, I don't know, the Rogue One, I just don't like the start. Also, most of the characters at the start I think are kind of boring, and we don't get the backstory for a lot of the characters.
Yeah.
I'm happy that we get the Andor series, so maybe that gives at least a backstory to one of the characters. Yeah, but I feel like I don't start to care about the actors or the characters until the last fight, pretty much.
Well, they don't have a character development arc, but it's some of them are not even explained. But
yeah, like 10 minutes after I actually start to finally care about a lot of the characters, they just they die. So I think it's like I started to care about the characters way too late, or about the story way too late, and then of course I like the Darth Vader scenes and then the Leia scene, or the Tarkin scenes.
Actually, when you started talking about this, I was like, oh, those scenes are also in this movie. I was like, god damn, because I didn't remember those scenes. I just remembered like middle of the movie. Those
like I like those cameos, but again, they're not like fully part. Like they are just small scenes in this movie, and has nothing to do really, or doesn't have a lot to do with the main characters. So yeah, I don't know. It's just it kind of fits well with New Hope, and the connection between New Hope and this movie, Rogue One, is great. But like the movie itself, at least the first half, I think is kind of boring for me. So maybe I will put it on 3 or 2.
Okay, because I personally I do enjoy the whole movie, and now you reminded me of the ending. Also, that's great. Also, it ends. It's visually, it's of course the visuality, like how things look, the graphics, like it's not comparable to any of the original trilogy movies or even prequel trilogy. It's only comparable to sequel trilogy movies on the VFX side.
Yeah.
But you know, I do like it. Of course, the characters don't have really background except Jin and the
Yeah.
one guy, his father. And well, there's some you know cameo characters like Tarkin and Vader and Leia. They have background, but
Yeah, but it's not
yeah,
from
it's
this movie.
they're not from this movie. So yeah, there's not a lot of character development, and well, it's just about I don't know if it's actually even was there even reasoning of to do any character development like larger character development. It was just linear story about this people just grouping up and going to get these plans.
Honestly, it's hard because how well it's made and how well the ending was, I will put it on maybe 4.
Okay.
But then just how much I enjoyed the movie, I probably didn't even like that as much as the Solo.
Okay.
Or so I would maybe put it on 3. Myself.
Because I was thinking I'm putting it on the Grandmaster rank originally, like next to Empire Strikes Back, like pretty high.
Yeah.
So it's pretty hard. I feel it's a lot better than Solo, so I will at least put it on number 4. Yeah, we have already 2 on there. It feels like weird starting to stack movies on the Grandmaster now. You said you would put it on 4, so okay, I can come down 1 rank so we can put it on number 4 right now.
Okay.
I feel it's a
Yeah.
lot. I feel it's a lot better than Solo.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what's the next one?
Next one is Clone Wars.
Oh, Clone Wars movie. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
we are taking everything that is theatrical release. So
Yeah.
Clone Wars movie.
This least favorite for me, honestly. And I mean it in the best way. I love Clone Wars, but at the time of this movie, I don't like the Ahsoka. Like from like
Well,
at the
it's
start of the
it's
Clone Wars, she
introduced
was
of,
super annoying. Yeah.
yeah, introduce of the movie. Dave Filoni's controlled character development arc and how they did Ahsoka was freaking brilliant, and that is only time I think Star Wars has seen that. You know, like type of character they just bring and have these reasons that people might get triggered and angry and demand like switching it, but they actually have it already planned and under control. Not like with Rose Tico or
that,
something.
But still the fact is that every time I watch this movie, I just don't like that.
The character is annoying, and the whole animation of and people are pretty annoyed of the animation in Clone Wars season 1, 2, 3. You remember when we watched the Clone Wars together?
Yeah.
There was a lot of you saw when the animation had changed, when they had upgraded the animation. Like 3rd season looks so much better than the 1st season, and the Clone Wars movie just looks absolutely. Well, they put more money on it. Of course, it looks much better, sharper than the 1st season of Clone Wars, but.
Yeah, it's still not great. And also, I just don't. The story is not bad, but it's also it's kind of bad. Also, like something that I don't really get that invested in. I like the battle between Anakin and Dooku, and but yeah, there's a lot of things that I don't even remember from the movie. A lot of scenes. So yeah, I don't know. I would probably put it on tier 2.
Okay, Night.
Yeah.
Yeah, the animation is so bad. The characters don't really. It's introduced a movie for Ahsoka and it really doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, this movie really doesn't go anywhere. It's just mid-movie that shows Clone Wars. If Clone Wars, the series, doesn't exist. And I haven't seen this movie for so long time, so yeah, I will put it on. Yeah, okay, Night is 2nd tier is good. Yeah, let's put it there.
Yeah. Let's go. Do we go to the sequel?
Yeah, let's do sequels now, so people don't just skip. Well, you can skip the prequels now, as the sequels are pretty much. I believe they're coming pretty low.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Only thing that I really don't like was the ending of episode 7. There was few things that I would have done differently.
Yeah.
But I think in episode 7 might be the only movie from Thief where I actually cared even a little bit about Ray's character.
That happened to a lot of people. Yeah,
and then the characters, the Finn and who is the Poe, their relationship as together or how they work together. I like that one. That also, and I don't think we really had that much, especially in episode 8. We didn't have that pretty much at all. And then neither, like in episode 9, it wasn't the same thing either because there was all the other stuff going on. But yeah, personally, I like as a single movie from the sequels, I like the 7 the most. But I will maybe put it on tier 3, maybe. I will compare it maybe to Solo. I think it's better than Clone Wars movie, in my opinion, maybe. But I don't know if it's as good as Solo, so I don't know. Maybe 3. Definitely not higher than 3, though. So.
Okay, let's go for...
let's go to the 8. We can still continue with our sequel thoughts as a whole.
We have been stuck a lot here. Episode 8...
this is my least favorite from sequels, I just want to say. I don't like the way that Rian Johnson directed this film. I think I have seen the Knives Out, and I think he did a good job with that. I just don't think he was a good Star Wars director. I think it was way too off compared to the other. It just didn't have the same Star Wars feel for me. The jokes, I think, were kind of stupid. A lot of the pacing was, I feel like it was weird. So for those reasons, I just didn't really like I didn't think it was a very well made movie. Also, as the middle part of the movie, I think when you compare to all the other trilogies, usually the first movie just sets up the story and brings up like few questions, and then the second movie kind of answers to the questions and give the base to the grand finale, and then the last movie will be the grand finale where everything kind of comes together. And I think 8 didn't answer basically to anything, just like gave more questions than it answered, or created new questions more than it answered to any questions. And it's just I don't know. I just don't think it did a good job at all. Like I would probably put it on tier 1. Okay. It's my least favorite Star Wars movie, honestly. Yeah. And it's not just because a lot of people don't like it, but because I actually really do not like it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I do feel a bit differently about episode 8. There is a lot of things that I don't like also. The Canto Bite stuff is just totally off. You know, the Finrose Casino Adventures.
Yeah.
It could be a separate movie or something. I don't know. It's totally off.
Yeah.
And Luke being a bitch most of the time. It's interesting stuff, basically, like, but people felt it was so off. Like, there is reasoning for it, but they don't explain it at any point, basically.
Yeah, they don't explain it enough so that it feels like it makes sense. It just feels like it's not big enough for a deal, so they should have given it more screen time or explain it more. Also, I don't understand the killing of Snoke. Why would you create a new villain and then the villain makes no difference? And only reason that would have made sense if they would have made the Kylo Ren the top villain, but no, they didn't even end up doing that. I think that was the thing that Rian Johnson tried to do, but again, because both directors didn't work together, they just did what the heck they wanted to do themselves, and then it just. That's why it makes no sense to me.
Yeah. So, the highest thing everybody came out with episode 7 is that Kylo is going to flip or come to good side, and then Rian Johnson was like, no, and then episode 9 is episode 9. But the craziest thing that I feel about episode 8 is, I feel, because everybody's saying that it's really bad middle movie, that there's then this episode 9. I feel that this should be the end of a sequels movie, because with some high cutting. Because I feel episode 8 should be actually episode 9 of the sequels, and there should be one movie between 7 and 8 to explain this stuff more. Because episode 9 is just
but then again, I don't think the episode 8 ends in a spot that will end the trilogy.
Exactly. I said there's a lot of stuff in episode 8 that I don't like. A Canto Bite, and then what is it? The Red Planet, the last stuff on the movie, where they fight on the planet.
Yeah.
And Luke dying. Those stuff.
But yeah, where would you put the rank there?
Because I feel episode 9 is still a freaking filler, and it has nothing to do with anything. But what tier you said?
I will, just put it on 1 personally. I just don't like this.
So yeah, I have to force it 1 up. But, I will force it 1 up tonight at least. It's pretty decent.
Let's have it there for now.
Yeah. Okay. Next one is
then the episode 9.
Yeah,
already kind of talked about it a lot.
Yeah,
so
I feel it's a complete filler. There is some great stuff, and there's just cameos of characters, and there's some plot points are just inconvenient, and there's just non-reasoning, and there's it just feels.
It's just really basically filler. A movie. It's just basically a game, like cutscenes from a game.
Yeah, without actually the game.
Without the gameplay. Like if you will go to YouTube and watch some like Star Wars, like for example the Old Republic movie, so all the cutscenes.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. It's just jump cuts randomly to different places, and then there's a little bit here, and now we're suddenly a little bit here, and nothing is really explained because the things that are explained are like they are explained in the gameplay itself. Yeah, but you cannot see that. That's the vibe that I got.
You get some idea what's going on, but still you are totally not even close. Or you might be somewhere out of the story, yeah. I will put it on number 1.
I'll also put 1 or 2, so let's put it 1 for now.
Yeah, 1 for now.
But yeah, we have talked a lot about sequels, so let's just get to the prequels. We're probably gonna talk about these as well.
Episode 1.
I just wanna say how I would explain this movie. This is the worst one probably from the prequels. I would say it's kind of good movie, but it's ruined by way too young Anakin, in my opinion. Too big role, which make it weird between Batman and Anakin and all that stuff. Also, I think he's too old stuff would have made much more sense if he would have been older. For a lot of people, for me too. And then too big role for Jar Jar Binks. I don't think Jar Jar Binks is the worst character in the world, like otherwise, but when he got that much of a role and that much screen time, it's just way too much, and it's really not that funny. So I think it will be almost like if C-3PO would be the main character of some movie, that will just it will be just horrendous and way too annoying to even watch. And then last thing that I did like, I think they spent way too much time on Tatooine with all the pod racing stuff. It felt like that's the whole story of the movie, the pod racing. It like they spent more time with that than they spent with the whole Jedi stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. You will put it on what tier?
Tier 2, so probably Night.
Okay. It's not really that good. Tier 2. Okay.
Honestly, the few things that I like about this movie is pretty much Darth Maul and Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah, it introduces us to all of the characters.
Yeah.
It's just a setup movie.
For that. Yeah.
It's a setup movie, so
yeah.
I feel exactly. I feel it's higher than some of the movies on the list, but then Master tier is just movies that are not so bad, but they're actually kind of bad. I don't know. I have personal opinion. Let's put it on number 3 right now, but
yeah.
I just feel there's like number 3 now. The master rank is just one to skip. I don't know. It's just filler one of the middle. But yeah, episode 2 maybe, or do you?
Yeah, episode 2.
Yeah, Attack of the Clones.
This is for me. It's the first Star Wars movie I ever saw, so this is a lot of like nostalgic value for me. But most certainly, you know, it's not as well made as a lot of the others. I think, yeah, there is a lot of like, well, the screenplay and all the script, the lines. I mean, and the acting is off in a lot of ways. I watched this like few weeks ago, so it's pretty fresh in my mind. Yeah, it's just a lot of the time it's just cringy at times.
Yeah.
Now watching it, you know, as a little bit older, but I liked a lot of the action also, and yeah, I don't know. It's just
it's a decently good
it's
movie.
a decent movie.
Somebody
yeah.
might call it a filler, cause it really does not have anything to do with anything. It kind of just set up episode 3.
Yeah. And I would have preferred almost like the second episode being from the Clone Wars and the uniting episode 2 and episode
if the
3.
rewrite of episode 1 of Anakin being 15 and getting into Jedi Order, that would have been making more sense of episode 2 being inside already the war.
Yeah, I feel like episode 1 and 2 uniting, or in a way that episode 1 would end in a way that Clone Wars would start, and that's when Anakin comes to.
The droid invasion of Naboo would be more like the start of the war, like Geonosis, but just reversed basically.
Yeah, and then episode 2 will be like Anakin could be like. Then we wouldn't have Ahsoka. That's true, or wouldn't have Ahsoka as Anakin's Padawan maybe, because Anakin will probably then be a Padawan during the Clone Wars himself.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, this relation, Ahsoka would have easily to be some other Jedi's Padawan, and they would be 2 Padawans.
Yeah, Ahsoka could be Plo Koon's Padawan at that point. That could work also.
Yeah, and they would like work together also. So I think that would have what I would have preferred. Now
they would have been just on different mission. That's a nice way to rewrite it. Also, it's a nice concept. Of course, it just changes some storylines, but yeah, whatever. I feel it's a bit filler. So, I feel it's better than episode 3, but it's
episode 3.
No, I mean episode 1.
Yeah.
On tier 3, I'm just looking at tier list. Episode 1, so, but I feel it's not that good as Rogue One, so I kind of have to force it on master rank or master tier right now myself.
Maybe like I don't want the nostalgic value to have too much to do with how I rank the movie. So yeah, I will agree with 3.
Yeah, okay.
And do we go to the last one?
Now the last one on the list, episode 3.
And
Revenge of the Sith. Yes, let's go.
Yes, my second favorite Star Wars movie, probably your favorite.
Yeah,
personally, I just still like the
Empire
Strikes Back. But yeah,
there's multiple reasons why I feel it's the best, but
yeah, for me, like one reason that I don't feel like it's the best because when I was a kid, I didn't really like that much.
Okay, yeah.
And for some reason, and then I don't know. Yeah, it's just super fast paced. There, I think they cut the movie for the like way too much for the final cut. It could have been and should have been much longer. Or I think it's one of those movies that would have worked much better if it would have been longer. But you know, at the time they didn't want to do long movies, so I can understand. I would probably put it on. Personally, I would put it on 6. I think. Or 5, I mean, because we have
tier 5
tiers now.
It's pretty.
Yeah, personally, I would put it on tier 5 because I think it's at the same level as Empire Strikes Back, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, I'm kind of now pushing it up, and I will explain myself, well, stupidly and shortly, but yeah, personally favorite, multiple reasons. One, and it has all of the good characters, you know, everything, everybody. Well, somebody says Luke is missing, but he's on the movie also, but not as where you would like to see him. Yeah, and yeah.
There's few things that I don't like. Like I think the whole thing that Batman dying because he lost the will to live was random.
There's stupid story points, but as the whole, the movie is good, and I just talking about the movie, just get more of these scenes of what happens in the movie on my head. Just keeps making me more excited. I would just like to watch episode 3, but I cannot force myself watch episode 1 because I want to watch all of them too.
Yeah.
Some reasoning.
That's always the struggle.
And I think this movie has the best soundtrack of any of the movies. It has so many good pieces. Like episode 2 has some golden ones, but episode 3 has all the golden ones. Like, of course, most of the themes are.
Episode 9 also has, because it has like almost all the. Only thing that I was disappointed for episode 9, just gonna bring out that I was so hyped that they're gonna have Duel of Fates again, but they only ended up having it in the trailer and not in the movie itself, which was super disappointing.
Story-wise, it wouldn't make any sense to have it there.
Yeah, true. Well, it is what it is. Anyways, episode 3. Do we put it on the 7th?
I wanna push it to God tier. I wanna push it to.
Okay.
It has one god, at least some gods on it. So.
Yeah, let's put it on the God tier. But I just wanna tell everybody that personally I will put Emperor Strikes Back also there. But this is both of ours tier list. So.
Yeah. I understand many people are saying episode 3 is best, episode 5 is best. I totally understand the reasonings.
Yeah, it's both of our tier list, so we have to make compromises here and there.
Yeah, year or 2 from now, they could be other way around. The whole list could be differently. You never know.
Who knows?
Yeah, but yeah, I think. Is that it?
That's the tier. I don't think we need to change. I think that looks okay. I
think it looks pretty solid.
I can how will I say this? I can accept this as a tier list. There's some things that I disagree, but there's some things that I highly agree. So mostly it's good.
I do feel the episode 1 is too high, but
okay, yeah. I also feel like episode 8 for me is too high, but there's food, like, yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, anyways.
Yeah.
That's the episode. That's our tier ranking. That's our tier list. Comment down below, what would you change from our rank? How would you rank these movies? Which are your favorite? Whatever. Yeah, and also, yeah, like if you like the episode. I want to thank all of you for tuning in. But for now, thanks for listening and goodbye.
Yeah, bye.